Hello everyone, welcome to our channel SV Raman English Environment. Today we are going to start parts of a speech. That is very important topic for English grammar. So at first we would see the definition of parts of a speech. Words are divided into 8 parts on the basis of their function. This division of 8 parts is called parts of a speech. Words are divided into 8 parts on the basis of their function. This division of 8 parts is called parts of a speech. So here we see number 1 is noun, number 2 is pronoun, number 3 is adjective, number 4 is verb, number 5 is adverb, number 6 is preposition, number 7 conjunction, and number 8 interjection. So we have seen that words have been divided on the basis of their functions, and this division is called parts of a speech. Under parts of a speech we have 8 types. Number 1 is noun, number 2 pronoun, number 3 adjective, number 4 verb, 5 adverb, 6 preposition, 7 conjunction, and 8 interjection. So now we are going to take one example, one sentence in which all these 8 parts will come. So the sentence is John saw an attractive painting eagerly and exclaimed with surprise. Okay, what a good picture it is. What a good picture it is. So here we have seen one sentence. In one sentence we have seen how all the 8 words have come. First of all, John, that is noun. Second, pronoun, it is pronoun. Third, adjective, attractive is adjective. Number 4, verb, saw is verb. Next you can say exclaimed is verb. Adverb, here eagerly is adverb. And preposition we can say here eagerly, so, and exclaimed with. With is here our preposition. Okay, now conjunction, here and is conjunction, and note of exclamation, this shows interjection. So here in this sentence we have seen all the 8 parts. Once again I would like to repeat it. Number 1 is noun. Here John is noun. Okay. Number 2 pronoun. Here it is pronoun. Number 3 adjective. Here attractive is adjective. Number 4 verb. Here saw is verb. Exclaimed is verb. Number 5 adverb. Eagerly is adverb. Number 5 6 preposition. With is preposition. Number 7 conjunction. Here and is conjunction. And interjection, because this is a sound, so note of exclamation opens the feelings of sound, that is called interjection. So we have seen all the 8 parts of speech in one sentence. Now we are going to do it one by one separately. So first of all we would start noun. So number 1, that is noun. Noun. The name of a person, place or thing is called a noun. The name of a person, place or thing is called noun. Name, we can say John, Marshall, Shohan. This is person, we can say person. Now place, Delhi, London, Calcutta. Now thing, pen, book, table, etc. So we have seen the name of person, the name of place and name of thing. These have come under noun. So in short we can say naming a thing, naming a person, naming a place is called noun. Now the second one we are going to do, that is pronoun. The second one we are going to do, that is called pronoun. The word that is used on, place of or in instead of a noun is called a pronoun. Okay? The word it is used on, place of or instead of a noun is called pronoun. An example, I, we, you, he, she, it and they are pronoun. I call for first person singular number, we for first person plural number, you for second person singular plural person, he, she, it for third person singular number and they for third person plural number. So this is pronoun. Now we are going to continue it on number 3, that is called adjective. Number 3, adjective. The word that qualifies a noun or pronoun is called an adjective. Here the word qualifies. The word qualifies means to add something in the meaning of noun or pronoun, like I am a strong person. Here strong is adjective because it qualifies person. He is a good student. Here good has qualified a student, has added something in the quality of a student. Means when there is no quality in a noun and then when we add something, it is called adjective. As example, again, I am a person. He is a student. So here in person there is no quality, so there is no adjective. In a student there is no quality, so there is no adjective. But here this person has been added by a strong, this student has been added by good, so and strong and good, those are adjective. Now the very important part, the very important part of our parts of the speech, that is verb. We are going to do the verb. Really, the whole parts of the speech, this part is very important part. Verb. The word that denotes action, position and possession of a noun or pronoun is called a verb. So here verb shows number 1 action, number 2 position and number 3 possession. Action means activity, position means situation and possession. Possession means P-O-S-S-E-S-S-I-O-N. Possession has been made from the word possess, and the meaning of possess is to keep. Okay? Possession has been made from the word possess, and possess means to keep. So what to keep? Number 1 is authority. Authority in Hindi that is adhikar, and relation in Hindi that is sambandh. So we have to show when authority and relation we use possession. So here we are going to see the examples of all the three: action, position and possession. Example: I am teaching you. I am teaching you. Here am is an auxiliary verb. Am is an auxiliary verb that is changed to main verb in action. So here this am is auxiliary verb, so it shows action. Next is I am a teacher. Here am shows the position of teacher. So this am shows position. And here the possession that shows authority and that shows relation both. Like I have a book. I have a brother. Here we have authority over book. So this book shows authority, and we have relationship with brother. So this shows relationship. Okay, this have shows authority and this have shows relation, and both becomes possession. Okay, again I would like to repeat it. I am teaching you here. This am shows the action, activity. I am a teacher. This am shows position, and here I have a book. I have a good brother. This have shows authority. So this shows one type of possession, and I have brother have shows relation with a person. So this is also another type of relationship. So when we have authority and relationship, these both become possession. So the verb is the word in parts of speech that shows our activity, our position, and our possession. Possession means authority and relation. Now we are going to continue these parts of speech, and the next is our adverb. Adverb, the word that modifies. I would like to clear it that on some places it is used as qualified, but I have used modified. I will clear this why I have used modified. The word that modifies the adjective, verb, or another word is called an adverb. See, in adjective we saw qualify. In qualify we saw to add something. To add something in that, but in modify means to increase or to decrease in the quality of. Quality of what? Quality of, here an adjective, quality of a verb, or quality of another word, that is called adverb. So here see, he is a very good boy. I read punctually. Ram reads quite clearly. Even elephants have flown in aeroplane. Only you can tell us what happened. Now here we are going to see He reached long before the time. Okay. So here adverb, as we have seen, is used to modify. To modify means to increase or to decrease the quality of an adjective, a verb or another word. So here, see how it modifies. He is a very good boy. Here, this is a noun, this is adjective, and this is adverb. So, this good has put the quality in boy, but this very has increased the quality of goodness. So, this adjective has been modified by this very. I read punctually. Here, read is verb that has been added the quality of punctuality by the word punctually. Here, Ram reads quite clearly. Here, quite is adverb and clearly is also adverb. So, one adverb modifies another adverb also. So, here, if I would have written like that, Ram reads clearly. So, that was also right sentence. Why? Because this adverb modifies this reads verb. But here, Ram reads clearly. Here it is Ram reads quite clearly. Means here quite has modified the clearly. Means one adverb has been modified by another adverb. Now the adverb also modifies preposition. Like he reached long. Long means that is adverb in the sense of time before preposition. So this long has just modified the word before preposition. Normally adverb doesn't quite modify a noun or pronoun, but sometimes it does the work of modifying a noun or pronoun also. As example, even elephants. Here elephant is noun and even means adverb. So this adverb had modified this elephant. Even elephants have flown in aeroplane. Now only you, here it is pronoun, only you can tell us what happened. So here this even has modified this noun, this only has modified this you. So here we have seen in adverb there is the work of modifying to an adjective, to a verb, to another adverb, to preposition, sometimes to noun or pronoun also. Now we have the next one is preposition. Preposition, the word that is used before a noun or pronoun and shows its relation to the other words of the sentence is called a preposition. You all know in, of, for, etc. These are prepositions. So here put the book on the table. I have a pen in my hand. Now this shirt is for my friend. So here this on has been used before the table, and this has made the relationship from the table to book and to put. This in has been used before my hand, and it has shown relationship of my hand to pen and also to I. This for has been used before my friend, and this has shown its relation to this shirt. How we would see it? Table. Table is, the relationship of table is with book. Why? Because book is on the table. Okay, and what activity will be done with table? So the activity of putting the book will be on the table. So table has been given relationship, shown relationship with book and put. My hand. So what is in my hand? So there is a pen in my hand. So there is relationship of my hand with a pen. And whose hand? Then I, my hand. So I has also been given relationship with mine. Here also for my friend. So my friend means what is? This shirt is for my friend. So my friend has been added relationship with this shirt. So here we have seen that preposition are the words that is used before a noun pronoun and shows the relation of these noun pronoun to the other words of the sentence. So here we have completed preposition. Now we are going to start the word conjunction. We are going to start the word conjunction. The word that joins two or more than two words, clauses, phrases, or sentences is called a conjunction. Okay, here number one example, Ram and Sohan are coming. What we think is right. As a man of wisdom, he is known to all. He is right, but I am wrong. Here, in these four examples, we have seen this and is a conjunction that has joined two words, one Ram and one Sohan. Okay, so here it is clear two or more than two words. What we think is right. What we think is subordinate clause and it is right is principal clause. So this comma has added two clauses. First subordinate clause and second principal clause. So here clauses. As a man of wisdom, he is known to all. So as a man of wisdom, this is phrase and he is known to all, it is clause. So one clause and one phrase has been added by comma conjunction. And here but is the conjunction that has added two sentences. First independent sentence, he is right. Second independent sentence, I am wrong. So here we have seen that conjunction has added here two words, here two clauses, here phrase and clause, and here two independent sentences. Now the last one, that is interjection. The word or the sound that shows, that express, not shows, that expresses the feeling of somebody's mind is called interjection. It presents the sudden, heartily feeling of joy, happiness, or regret, etc. of a human mind. As example, hurrah shows happy feeling. Okay. Oh shows sorrow feeling. Alas shows the feeling of regret. So, hurrah, oh, alas. These are the feelings. We can say these are the sound that shows the feeling of a human brain, human mind. So here we have seen that interjection is word rather a sound that expresses our feelings. Sometimes those feelings may be of happy feeling, those times may be of sorrowful, and those may be surprise, those may be regret also. So today we have completed our parts of speech. If you have got some benefit from this video, please subscribe it so that we can get some moral support from your side and the next video may reach to you automatically. Thank you for